content on the channel in the past few weeks has dried up a bit due to several factors. One of the factors is the squirrel boxes have been empty in my backyard, so circumstances beyond my control. The other thing is I went on a big bucket list vacation to the UK a couple months ago, and then when I got back, I had some remodel work to do in my house. I had to put in a new AC compressor, a new furnace, put in a new shed that you should be able to see a little bit of in the videos in this upload. But recently, my area got these really powerful thunderstorms roll through, and I guess because their natural drays got hit or demolished or damaged, out of the blue, some squirrels decided to move back into my squirrel boxes. Now, what you're seeing here is a juvenile female squirrel, which may actually be one of the babies from either Squirrel Box 3 or Squirrel Box 4 from over the winter time, when I was putting out a lot more content. Not sure, but it is curious that she has sort of come out of the blue on her own to squirrel boxes that, I don't know, as a juvenile, would she really understand that these squirrel boxes offer her shelter? Maybe she would, without having grown up in them, so to speak. Anyway, she must be clairvoyant or something, because she showed up before the thunderstorms really got started. And if she's a baby from Squirrel Box 3 or Squirrel Box 4 over the winter, the question is, where is her mother and where are her siblings? Why did they not come along with her? So that's an ominous sort of detail in this video. Anyway, she sort of hung out in the squirrel box for a while until the storms got started, and an adult female squirrel showed up in the squirrel box, and that didn't go over well with this juvenile squirrel. That's a little bit of thunder there you can hear as the storms sort of got started in the early evening. They weren't terrible at this point in the day, but later on they got pretty bad. And it didn't seem to me that this adult squirrel really minded the baby's presence, or the juvenile's presence, in the squirrel box. Now, adult squirrels can get very nasty with juveniles or babies, but it didn't seem to me like this adult female squirrel was one of those squirrels. However, the juvenile female seemed to see things quite differently. Well, now, that was a bit of an overreaction, I think. Again, I don't think the adult female squirrel was going to get nasty with her. That kind of seemed like, oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Allow me to introduce myself, and we can share the nest together. Have a nice day. I'm going to go back over to the other side of the nest and take another nap. And, you know, the juvenile squirrel is just sort of socially awkward, I guess, at her age. She doesn't really understand what the adult squirrel intends or doesn't intend, and she just panicked and she left the nest, and she hasn't come back since, or at least she hasn't come back to the nest. I have seen her in the backyard since this evening when the storms hit in my area. The adult female squirrel, however, seems to have moved in. Now, I can't make any promises that she will stay in the nest and allow me to upload more content of her, but hopefully she will. And I'm wondering if it's possible, due to the time of year it is and the fact that we're sort of in the gray squirrel second mating season of the year, I'm wondering if she's pregnant, and that's why she chose to move into this nest. Maybe she got frightened by the thunder in her natural dray, and she kind of rushed out of her dray and looked for a better place to live, basically. Maybe she had been in this nest box before, and I just hadn't seen her before. So she kind of had it in the back of her little squirrel mind that she had a place to go if things got bad in her natural dray. Anyway, all of that is a bit of overthinking. But Squirrel Box 4 activity being what it is, sort of the real storm activity happened over in Squirrel Box 2. So that's the new shed in the background that would not have been visible in previous uploads or streams. And you can see that the storm is starting to pick up and get really serious. And in a few seconds here, you will see the first squirrel refugee, let's say, into Squirrel Box 2. So there's our new occupant, looking very much all drowned tree rat-like. And a while later, the sibling showed up to get out of the rain as well. Or maybe he's running from the law, what with the sirens going off in the background. And as far as I can tell, these two are males, first of all. And I think they're actually babies from Squirrel Box 2 over the winter. I think they're two male siblings that essentially grew up in Squirrel Box 2 and have decided to return to it. Of course, the storm may have helped them make that decision, but regardless, they have decided to return. Now, of course, they're males, so there's no chance of them having some babies here and increasing the interest in the activity in Squirrel Box 2. But I do welcome them, and basically the main point of this video, or the reason why I'm uploading it, is to sort of say that it's looking more likely that I will have more content to upload in the coming days here. You won't have subscribed to a silent or inactive channel, hopefully. And also, I'm thinking about bringing the live streams back. So hopefully in a few days here, we will be able to watch some daily streaming again. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. That's it for this one, and I will see you in the next upload or the next stream.